guys, and welcome back to another episode of Saving Schalke. This is episode 5. If you do enjoy, make sure you like and subscribe. Also, our Instagram is linked down in the description below, so if you want to give that a follow, we'll keep you up to date with what goes on the channel and stuff like that there. So anyway, since our last game where we won 4-0, it's been victory after victory after victory. Now won 5 on the bounce, all winning relatively comfortably. Only goal we've conceded against Hanover, and like I said, we won that so comfortably. But today we've got Dynamo Dresden, who sit in 16th, and then we've got these guys who are currently the leaders in the league. And if we go on to the league, they are 2 points above us. So if we are to win both of these games in this episode, we will go above them by 1 point potentially. But let's just jump straight into the first game against Dynamo Dresden, who sit down in 16th. So we've gone for an unchanged side. The interesting thing about Dynamo Dresden, we do have one of their centre-backs. Kevin is one of their centre-backs. Here he is. And we've also got Ransford Yeboah, who I got on loan from them this year. We'll be looking to bring them both in next season. But anyway, we're in our blue strip and they're in their yellow. So let's get straight into this game. So we've got a free kick with Carlos Tevez. Kevin wins a knockdown and to Motica, who slots it past keeper. But it looks like that they're appealing that Kevin was offside when the ball came in. I didn't think he was offside, and let's see what VAR think. So the goal has been awarded. VAR agree with me. So Tevez with the corner in. Kevin wins a knockdown to Motica, who just pokes it past the goalkeeper to make it 1-0 to Schalke after 11 minutes. But we've got a highlight straight away from their kickoff. They're keeping the ball out to the left hand side here. Motica's slowly pressing them. They play it inside, play it to their left mid, and they play it back to their centre backs. They're keeping the ball nicely, but they give it away sloppily to Carlos Tevez, who plays it to Paulsen, who slots in Sane, who dinks the goalkeeper, chips it over him to make it 2-0. So that's a quick 2 goals for us. Quick fire double, as they said on the commentary. After 12 minutes, we're now 2-0 up. It's like I said, they were keeping the ball quite nicely, and then this centre-back just gave it away to Carlos Tevez, who played Paulsen, who slotted it into Sane, and it's a lovely finish from Sane. He is really good, and it's quite interesting. I didn't realise that Sane is, I believe, brother of Leroy Sane, who also came through Schalke's youth system, so runs in their blood. So Tevez with the free kick here, plays it over for Kevin, who slots it past the keeper to make it 3-0. But it's going back to VAR again. They're appealing for offside. Will he score against his former side? I'm not too sure about this one. It did look tight, but the goal is awarded again. So Kevin just onside with the ball in from Tevez, and he just slots it past the keeper against his side that he's on loan from. So yeah, it's a good finish by Kevin. So we've got a free kick just inside their area with our centre-back. Plays it into Tevez. Plays it back into Sane. Paulsen on the ball to Joe. Slots in Scott, who has a powerful shot, but the keeper rushes out and saves it. So tips it wide for a corner. So the corner's going to come in. Tevez is taking it on the left hand side, ball in, they clear it away, and they could be on the counter attack here with Lowe's driving forward. But can we make a challenge? No, he skips past his man, keeps on driving, and we finally get a block, but it goes out for their corner. So from our corner to their corner, ball comes in and we clear it quite comfortably there. So half an hour gone now, we're still 3-0 up. We've looked very comfortable, but they've got a throw in on the left hand side here. Play it into their player, back to Low, keeps the ball to Carde, back to their centre back, plays it back out to Low on the left hand side, plays it inside again, but our centre back wins the ball, but it's bounced back to them here. Low's going to try and drive past Motica, but it has to go back, and we're applying a bit of pressure here. Can we win the ball up and make a counter potentially? But their centre back here plays it into Carde, back to their centre back, into their centre attack in mid. They've knocked it around us quite nicely to Borello on the right hand side. Ball whipped in. They win the header, hits the post, and luckily Podlek wins the second ball, so it stays 3-0. But as I was just about to say before the highlight, it moves us into top of the league, but obviously they've got a game in hand before they play us, so it's going to be quite interesting, that game later on in the episode. So Sane picks the ball up on the left hand side here, back inside to Powson, across to Scott, who plays out Luca Campanale on the right hand side, back to Scott, who tries to play in Joe, who then slots in Sane again, and he has a shot on the keeper, tips it wide to draw a corner out of us again. So Tevez will go over and take the corner. We've got quite a good aerial presence in the middle here, and Powson almost wins the ball, but our centre back's going to pick it up on the right hand side, but it's the end of the highlight now. Just before half time, they've got a free kick just inside their area, and keeping the ball, popping it around quite nicely into their centre attack in mid, plays it back to their centre back, who tries that long ball over the top of Luca Campanale, who's caught napping. Ball comes in and they beat our centre back in the air, and it beats Podlek in goal as well, so it draws them back by 1 goal to bring it to 3-1 to Schalke. But Campanale was caught napping with the ball over the top here. It's quite a nice ball over, but realistically our centre back should be winning this header as well. He's out jumped by their striker, who puts it past Podlek, which is disappointing just before half time as well. So here we are, it's half time now. We have looked the more comfortable side out of the two. As you can see, XG are on 1.22 compared to their 0.57. So I will say to the boys that they've done brilliantly well to keep going. It's inspired a lot of them. So let's just jump straight into this second half. So an hour's gone in the game now. Joe Geldhart hasn't really done much, so I'll bring on Ransford Yeboah to play against his lone side. As you can see from the table as well, there seems to be that runaway group that I was talking about earlier on in a couple of episodes. So we're 14 points clear of 5th in the league, so it looks like we will hopefully be battling for the promotion this year, but time will tell. With 20 minutes to go, I'll make a few more substitutions. So I'll bring off Powson, and I'll bring on Latza, and I'll also bring off Tevez and bring on Rodrigo in that centre midfield spot. So there's a highlight here with them having a throw in on the left hand side just in their half. So they put it forward to their left midfielder, who tries to play over the top, and we lose the ball from our centre back, and their striker just hits it first time, and Luka Podlek, he can't do anything about it. It's caught him by surprise. So yeah, they try and play this ball over the top, and our centre back wins it, and their striker wins it back and just has a pop shot, and it just goes in. So it's going to be a nervy last few minutes for us here. So with additional time just to be played now, it looks like we might hold on to this victory, which will help us massively in our fight for winning the league. So time's just ticking away, and here we are. It looks like, yeah, there we go. It's full time, and we've won that game 3-2. Very happy about it. Disappointed to concede those 2 goals, but Kevin's had a brilliant game at the centre back. So I will tell them it's a nice win, and let's just jump into this game, second game of the episode, where we'll be playing these guys who currently sit second, but they've got that game in hand beforehand. So I'll see you in a bit, guys. So here we are for the second game of the episode. They had a game in hand on us, but they actually drew 1-1 in the most recent game. So we can extend our lead at the top of the league to 3 points if we do beat them at home today. So it's going to be a tight game, I can feel it. But I do hope with the way the players have been playing recently, that we can get another victory. So let's just jump into it. This is the side we're going for. And yeah, Kevin's doing wonders as a ball playing centre back, so let's just get straight into the game. So they're also matching us with a 4-2-3-1 wide, but yeah, like I'm saying, hopefully we can extend our lead at the top of the league. We've got better goal difference. Be nice to get a victory here to secure our place in promotion back to the Bundesliga, really. So here we are with the first highlight of the game. We've got a corner on the right hand side with Tevez, who's going to whip the ball in, and Pellegrini goes so close, just over the bar it was. That could have easily been 1-0 to us, but it stays 0-0. So half an hour gone now, it's still 0-0. Haven't really seen much highlights apart from that one where Pellegrini's just put it wide, but Scott has picked up an early booking, so going to have to be cautious with him, potentially take him off at half time so he doesn't get sent off, because we need as many players as possible. But we've got a free kick with Tevez here, plays the ball over, their defence clears it, but our centre back's going to pick it up on the right hand side here, plays it back to Campanale, plays it into Kevin, plays it through to Motica, who's going to beat his man on the right hand side, plays it back to Scott, back all the way to Kevin, who's going to keep the ball, plays it up forward to Luca Campanale, plays it inside to Tevez, Poulsen here, slots in Sane, Joe, and I believe that's going to be called off for offside. Did look from this angle that Joe was offside, but it was lovely intricate play to set him through. But VAR is going to say that unfortunately he was offside, so it stays 0-0 for now. Like I was saying, lovely play here, but as you can see, just offside. Their right back was almost playing him onside, so it's quite unfortunate. And from that resulting free kick, they play the ball up, win the header on the knock-on, but I think Luca's going to win this at the right back position, who plays it back to Luka Podlek, who hoofs it upfield. Is Joe going to win the knockdown? No, he's not, so they win the ball back, plays it inside to their centre midfield, out to their right hand side here, keeping the ball quite nicely they are. We need to apply a bit more pressure in the centre midfield area, because they're just working it round us too easily. So they play it back to their centre back, plays it across to their other centre back. Could we potentially nick it and go for a counter? I'm not too sure, but they're driving forward here with their left mid, slots it through to their striker, who puts it past our keeper. But it looks like on this near side that the linesman had his flag up. Just down here he had his flag up, so they'll go to VAR for this. 2 VAR checks in a matter of moments, which is quite interesting, and the goal has been disallowed, so it does stay 0-0 again. But like I was saying, they played it really nicely there, and it was a lovely slotted through ball. That's even closer than our one, so we can count ourselves quite fortunate that got disallowed. But from that resulting free kick, ball's played into Scott, who plays it back to Kevin, out to Luca, up to Motica, ball played over to Joe. Is he onside? And will he slot it past the keeper? No, their defender gets a block in, and then they just clear it up to Luca Campanale, and we lose possession again. But Scott wins it back in the centre of midfield. Tevez up to Motica, across to Sane, to Poulsen. We're going to play it out. We've got a lot of space on this left hand side if we can find someone, and we do. Pellegrini's on the ball, he's going to drive forward with it, inside to Tevez, back to Pellegrini, who tries skipping it past his man, puts the ball in, they clear it, and we get there first. Scott out to Motica, Joe, Powson, Sane, slotted through to Joe, and he puts it past the keeper, and he definitely looked onside there, so that's 1-0 to Schalke. It was a lovely move. We kept the ball really nicely. Shame we didn't here. It was quite nice. Joe into Powson to Sane, one-touch football straight through, but I was going to say it was a shame that we didn't get anything from when Pellegrini was driving down the left-hand side, but it looks like it's worked out for us, and just before half-time, it's turned 1-0 to Schalke. So they've got a highlight here, right-hand side, they've got a throw-in, play it into the centre of midfield, play it to their striker. We were unlucky to not intercept it there, but they're through on goal here, and they put it just wide. Luka Podolek was scrambling to his left-hand side there, but let's hope it stays 1-0 until half-time, which it does. So that's half-time now. We have looked slightly better, we've created more chances, we've kept the ball better, but both sides have had a goal disallowed, but we are winning 1-0 at the end of the day. So we'll look to go for a second gear, and let's just jump straight into the second half. And it starts here with a free kick just outside the edge of our area for them. Left footed, they're going to take it, and it just goes over the bar. So count ourselves quite fortunate there. That did look a very good free kick, and it had Luka Podolek scrambling, but it's still 1-0 to Schalke. So free kick again, slightly further back this time. They're going to go for goal again. Podolek saves, and he clears it. It's great save by him, and he's booted it upfield, and that's the end of the highlight. But it's coming up to the hour mark now. Scott hasn't had an amazing game. Let's bring on Latza in the deep line playmaker role, and Luca Campanale hasn't had a brilliant game, so we'll bring on our backup, who's in theory a better player, but I'm looking to promote the youth in Luca Campanale, sorry. So half an hour to go. Let's hope we can score another and make sure this is a comfortable victory for us. Tevez has a free kick, but it's a waste. Tries to knock the ball over the back line, but it just runs straight through to Muller, their goalkeeper, who hoofs it upfield. And Pellegrini wins a header, but it falls straight to their right mid, who plays it inside. Tries playing the ball over the top, but our centre-back gets there first. Knocks it back to Podolek, who plays it up to Tevez, who controls it really nicely. To Joe Geldhart, who plays it over to Motica on the right-hand side. He's going to drive with it and put a ball into the box, but he can't beat the second man, and they're going to boot it away. But we're going to come straight back at them. Pellegrini knocking it around at centre-back between the two of them. Plays it out to Pellegrini on the left-hand side. Plays that ball through to Sane. Was he onside there? That will be a massive question. Across to Joe, and it looks like Sane was onside when the ball was played, and it's a lovely cutback for Joe to get his second goal of the game to make it 2-0 to Schalke. Kept the ball really nicely in the centre-back position along with Latza. Ball played over to Sane, who just slots it back to Joe, who gets in front of his marker to slot it past the keeper to make it 2-0. So with this victory, like I was saying, it brings us 3 points clear of these guys, and with a much better goal difference. So it's looking quite comfortable that we will get promotion this year. It's just whether we can win the league in the last few games coming up. But they've got a free kick here, header, and it's in the back of the net. I thought that could have been offside, but they're going to VAR to see. The linesman doesn't have his flag up, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is given as a goal. Oh, it's disallowed, so it stays 2-0. I was going to say it could have been a nervy last 20 minutes for us if that had been given. But like I said, I thought it was just offside, which it was. But yeah, just under 20 minutes to go, and we're still 2-0 up. So I'm going to make one last change with 10 minutes to go. I'm going to bring on off Matica, and I think I'm going to bring Butler on the right hand side. And I just think fresh legs would be handy at this moment in time and save Motica for a couple of games in the future. So the time's just ticking away now. Looks like we will get this victory. We have looked the stronger side out of the two, but we've got a highlight here. We play up to Joe, who slots in Sane, who's just slowly driving forward, cuts back to Poulsen, cross to Latza, who tries to have a shot but it hits our own man. I think that was Tevez it hit, but Pellegrini picks it up, plays it out to Poulsen, across to Latza, and oh my god, what a goal by Latza. So that makes it 3-0. He's hit it from about, I would say, 30 yards out, and it's just hit the bottom corner. So as you can see, he's tried that shot earlier and it's just not worked out. So Poulsen picks it up here, cross to Latza, one touch and bang, and it hits the back of the net to make it 3-0 to Schalke. Can't complain at this result really. Like I'm saying, confirms our top of the league and hopefully promotion, and time's just ticking away. But they have had 2 goals disallowed, so it has been nervy at points. But yeah, that looks like it's all over with and puts us confirming us top of the league. So we're currently on a 10-game unbeaten run in the league, which is very impressive for us. As you can see, the last defeat we had was there, which was the end of January, and we've won every game bar one, which was in the last episode against Fortuna Dusseldorf. And what we'll do is hopefully we'll secure promotion in these 3 games, but we'll come back through St. Pauli and Nuremberg for the final few games to see if we can win the league. So that's everything, guys. If you did enjoy, make sure you like and subscribe for more content like this. Like I said, check the description as well. I'll have a link to our Instagram page there where you can keep up to date and give us some input on what you think. But anyway, that's everything. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you later.